Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. What you're looking at is Pixage, a little climbing roguelite I'm currently working on. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Silex. I'm a French 32-year-old who majored in filmmaking, made videos and short film for 8 years and decided to turn to game developing recently. Fun fact, I also work full-time at the Frenchest day job you could think of. That's right, I sell baguettes for a living. Anyway, I've been casually playing games all the way since the first Pokemon came out, but I would say the first game that tickled my mind would be Dark Souls 1. I find it hard not to think about the beauty of game design when I look at the many aspects it did well. The checkpoints, the lost souls you have to get back to, the interconnected world, the tension, the boss fights. I could go on for a while and you're probably all very familiar with the formula by now, but it blew my mind when it came out. The second game that very much confirmed this idea of game design as an art form worth pursuing came out 8 years later and remains to this day my very favorite game, and the same to many people who played it, I feel like. It's called Outer Wilds. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll stick to one aspect. The way this game blends puzzles with narration while keeping the open world traversal fun is, for now, my ultimate goal as a wannabe game designer. Those two games have barely anything in common except for one particularly important idea. They don't hold the player's hand. And that's also something I'm keen to explore in my developer's journey. Now, it's 2021, and after watching Mark Brown tackle his first game project, I finally find the correct motivation to do the same. I had big, ambitious dream games in mind, but right from the get-go, I knew I had to start very small. Thanks to all the mistakes I'd made in the past, I'd come to realize by then that scope creep can do so much damage, it actually turns dreams into nightmares. So I decided to make Junkyard Jack. The idea for this first game popped into my mind when a friend of mine brought me to a junkyard to buy some new headlights. Watching the employees drive around to pick up scraps and seeing the lines of piled up broken cars made me feel like this could be a reasonably fun game to play and simple to make. I got on it, scoured the internet for Unity tutorials, took inspirations from GTA 1 for the game style and one of my drawing masters, Mike Mignola, for the character art. And after 4 months of developments and a lot of mistakes, I finally published Junkyard Jack on itch.io. I then started a handful of prototypes from my follow-up self-assignment until my friend Will called me up one day and asked me if I could help him out. He is a stage actor in a goofy theater company, and to promote his new play, basically a Titanic spoof, he asked if I could make a NES-style video game where Rose has to get from one end of the sinking boat to the other while obstacles are thrown at her. People buying their tickets online for the show could play the game and have a discount if they beat it. Needless to say, this was a fantastic experience. It took me 2 weeks, I learned so much from it, and I actually got paid. Back to this year, 2024. It's January and I come across an indie pioneer called Spelunky. That, very much like Dark Souls, is to me like a textbook case in game making. Its mechanics are all so clear and yet thought-provoking. It's also very economical in its design and pushes me to start developing one of the ideas I had in mind since the end of Junkyard Jack. Pixage is still just practice, not my dream game. I actually want to reiterate on a very similar die and retry 3-level super short formula. Use all the teachings and regrets I got from making this first experiment and work on them to improve my skills. Example 1. I noticed during playtesting that having a dialogue bubble system in a very simple die and retry game is not particularly relevant. I scrapped it for this new project and tried to stick to the bare minimum information so that the player and myself can focus on what matters. Number 2. The goal in Junkyard Jack was to collect a number of scrap before you can exit the map and finish the level. It's simple, but it always felt to me like an arcade by-the-number system that leaves little agency to the player. In this new iteration, I want to explore the idea of experimentation and risk versus reward. Here's my attempt at fixing this. In Pixage, the goal is to reach the summit with 2 inputs, climbing and dashing, to avoid falling objects. You can do it alone, or you can rescue lost climbers and assemble a rope party with them. That's a first decision. Reaching a lost body means you might encounter an obstacle on the way. Secondly, once you rescue one climber, you basically gain 1 heart. If you fall once, the rope saves you. But if you fall twice, your body being too exhausted from the first fall can't save you anymore. Gaining up to 3 hearts is a major upside to the climbing, but it also brings one negative effect. You have less dashing amplitude with the rope. To summarize, in my previous game, collecting junk was mandatory to finish the level, but here, collecting lost climbers becomes a mechanic and is entirely left to your decision. And that's pretty much it for now. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. You can play the almost full game on itch.io. Link is in the description. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below and the ones on itch.io. I'm basically in the playtesting/polishing phase of the development by now. The goal of this channel is to showcase my work, but also to connect and chat about game design in general. So if you're a game dev, what is the game that tickled your mind and why? And if you're a regular game lover, what's the game that made you love the medium and why? I'm genuinely interested. If you have any remarks about this devlog also, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like it if you did, and subscribe to the channel. During the following devlogs, I'll be talking more about how I actually created Pixage, its visuals, and its technical aspects. Next one will be about the creation of the rope system, which... brutal reminder of how much of a newbie I still am. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.